I keep it 100. So grateful for the life I live. Grateful for the wishes I see. So grateful for the love I'm receiving. Love are the only thing, only for man I prefer. No need to stress. No need to stress.
I'm going to give you as much information as I can because there's so many people. I'm with Shaka added, with Turk added. I mean, with so many people here added. See, that's what it is. If everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot. If everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot. But when you're trying to do it all, that's when everything falls. You understand? There's a proverb that I live by, and I'll break it in and out of these conversations, but I say this. If you try to catch two rabbits, both of them will get away. Because it's hard to just catch one. Just catching one is a difficult task. Let it roll around in your brain for a little bit. Some of the things I'm saying you won't hold on till now, but when you need them, they will be in your mind, and you'll pull them out. So here it goes, real quick. I made a couple of quick notes, and one of the notes is this, and I'm going to run through them very fast because I know it's hot, and I know people are thirsty, and they're trying to figure out when is this going to stop, when the heat is going to cut down. But check this out. Y'all talked about hip-hop, right? Now, you know, in this year of return and everything that happened, we were taken from here. You know, our ancestors were taken from here. You were fortunate enough to be here. You was raised here. So we don't have the same reality that you have. You understand? That is a very important piece that you must understand. That we do not have the same reality that you have because we were not raised here. We were taken on that ship. Our ancestors were brought over there. Millions died. And the ones that lived, these are the children of the ones that lived. That's here. So we are of the strongest of that generation of those people that came out of Nigeria, was it Senegal, was it Ghana, wherever it was, wherever the port was, where everybody, how many of y'all went to the castle? Did anybody go to the castle? Anybody? Okay. Well, I went to in 87 a place called Goree Island. Goree Island was just like that. It was the place where slaves were taken before they were gone. It was another door of no return. So I was there in 87. So in 87, some of y'all was little babies. And some of y'all wasn't even born. But I was there in 87, and when I went, people used to tell me, why you going to Africa, man? Yo, it's witchcraft, man. Yo, it's voodoo, man. Yo, this thing is terrible. Don't go there. I said, what? Who told you that? I said, man, I'm getting on this damn plane. I'm going to Africa. So when I went to Africa, guess what? Akon's father. You ever heard of Akon? Akon's father was my guide. And Akon was a little boy running around when I was in Africa in 87. 87. And I never thought that in 2019 that we'd be in Ghana. Now, I've been to Africa other times as well. But when I went, I was motivated and I wrote a song about it and then I let it out. And Rakim, you ever heard of Arabian Rakim? Rakim complimented me on the rhyme. And if you know anything about Rakim, he's one of the greatest lyricists of all times. If you don't know Rakim, look him up. Okay, so now, giving you this understanding, there's a break of reality between us. Meaning that some of us operate and we had to learn how to function in a system that our ancestors raised us in. And some of us who come from the Caribbean, like me, I come from Barbados. So there's another culture disconnect. You understand? So some of our problems is based on us not having the same reality. And the reality that we're creating a lot of times is through us meeting like this, having these conversations, and also through the music. Now you two guys, and I'm going to sum this up quickly, But you two guys said something very important. You mentioned the word hip hop. Do you know how hip hop started? Probably not, right? But you know about hip hop. I know how it started. I know why it started. And there's a whole lesson in that. But dig this. In the beginning, when it started, and the movement and everything that was created from it, you felt that vibration. You see how deep that is? You felt it in your spirit. You seen your brothers and sisters on the TV dancing. Some of the same dances that y'all do over here, we do in the hood. Same dances. It'll shock you. If I take the garments of a woman over here and put them on somebody over there, you wouldn't even know if she's from here or there. Because it's in the DNA. That's how deep this is. And what you two should never stop doing, and what y'all are doing, y'all are on the break of something, and I'm starting with y'all because it's important. When you are doing those videos, very, 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 very important, because it keeps you in link and you're telling us how to learn your culture, which is our culture that we don't know like you, but you have to teach us the culture, because if you don't teach us, we don't know. You understand? So when you shoot those videos, when you're the dancing, when we're looking at the styling, it's the same way when hip hop started. And me and Turk was talking about this in New York City. When it started, it first originally started because there were gang wars in New York. A lot of gang wars. So we created it as the alternative to the gang killing. And in that alternative, there was 5 elements that was created in it. And these 5 elements are necessary to have. You cannot have hip hop without these 5 elements. You understand? Number 1 is a DJ. Number 2 is an MC, which you call a rapper. But an MC is a little bit above a rapper. Number 3 is a graffiti artist. You seen graffiti? I did a movie called Beat Street. You ever heard of that? You ever heard of Crush Groove and movies like that? Those are the original hip hop movies. And then you also have the break dancer. Remember break dancing, electric boogie? How many of y'all used to electric boogie? Anybody in here? Anybody break dance? If you try it now, you're going to break your back, right? You're going to break your back. Try that right now. Stand your back out here, boy. You understand? And then the last one was the beatbox. And I created that 5th element. I'm the living source of an element. Now, I'm not saying it for no other reason, but just to educate you on what it is, because like he said, knowledge is power. You understand? Knowledge is true power. You know, people say you think education is expensive, try ignorance. You understand? Because you're walking around here making mistakes that you don't have to make. And like Shaka said, sometimes if there's an infrastructure of something, sometimes it's good to just plug into that, because it's already set up. And if you can create the right relationship, the right agreement that deals with mutual respect, then you can make a great agreement. But when there's no respect and there's disrespect, then that means you may not need to make that deal. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. One of the things I learned along this interesting journey is sometimes the best deal you ever made is the deal you never made. The best deal you ever made was the deal that you never made. So sometimes everything that glitters is not real gold. You're looking at it, it look nice, but it might not be for you.
So grateful for the life I live, grateful for the wishes I see. I'm so grateful for the love I'm receiving. Love are the only thing, only for man I prefer. No need to stress, no need to stress, oh no.